In today's Tears of the Kingdom video, we're going to go through some hidden upgrades and unlocks that I found, including how to upgrade your Purah Pad, respec your hearts and stamina, and a minor spoilery one that we're not going to talk about until the end. So, let's go. Let me know some cool things that you've found in Tears of the Kingdom down below. So firstly, let's talk about respecking your stamina and hearts. Now, at a certain point in the story, I believe after you have completed one of the temples, when you go down into like the bunker at Lookout Landing, there is a lady here that will start a minor quest line about some noise that she's hearing through this path that has arisen here. Now, we talked about this in another video that in this Royal Hidden Passage is where you also find the soldier armor, but if you wing a right from this location and break the rocks here, you'll be able to find a particular statue that will bargain with you with your hearts and stamina. So the first one is free. He will zap one of your hearts and then you can just ask for him to take it back. But after that, he will trade you a heart or stamina container for one or the other. So if you give him a heart or stamina, he'll give you 100 rupees, and then in order to buy it back as either a heart or a stamina, you need to pay 120. So realistically here, you're losing 20 rupees for this trade. But if you say have invested too much in hearts or invested too much in stamina and you want to change your overall like setup, you can do this via this guy. And you know, it's worth doing if say you need extra stamina for a particular sword that maybe you have lost somewhere in Hyrule, you may need that extra stamina for that. In the depths, you'll find these lights that are called Poes. And what you may not know is that there are also Poes that give you more than one Poe, like Grand Poes and Large Poes, but there are multiple of these bargainer statues that you'll find in the depths as well as one on the above ground. The more of these statues you find, they will increasingly sell you unique rewards, plus the ones that are found in the depths. You can actually get copies of some of the unique armor as well as some weapons that you find throughout the world. So say if you've broken your Fierce Deity sword and you want another one, you can actually go to one of these bargainer statues and get one in the depths. So the first bargainer statue is found in Lookout Landing at Josh's lab area. You will need to progress her story a little bit before the statue will actually talk to you. I believe once you've finished the mystery in the depths section, you'll be able to talk to the statue, and this will then be able to buy some initial things from that statue, but you can ask that statue to tell you where their brethren are that are in the depths. You could go and find these or like Google them. You don't have to pay the 100 Poe in order to get the location on your map, but if you do this and you go down into the underground and find those bargainer statues, for each new bargainer statue that you find and talk to, they will have a new piece of armor for you to pick up. So it could be part of that dark tunic and dark set, or it could be part of the tunic of the depth set, which has gloom resistance, which is pretty valuable. So when you stand in the gloom, it'll like remove a fake heart first before it starts removing your actual hearts. So there's benefits to that as well. But I think the big benefit to these bargainer statues is the fact that you can actually get back, say, you know, like the Fierce Deity sword or something like that. Like if you want more weapons that are not necessarily unbreakable, because like you'll still break, you know, the Fierce Deity sword, but if you want to get it again, right, then you can just go to one of these statues and buy it for Poes at like really any time that you want a sword that has 38 damage just on its base value, which is pretty solid. Once you have progressed Josh's storyline and unlocked the auto build section, you can actually talk to Robbie and continue a further storyline which will allow you to upgrade your Purah Pad with abilities or old upgrades from Breath of the Wild, like the sensor so you can detect shrines or other things in the world, as well as the hero's path so you can see where you have actually traveled on the map. Plus, probably the big one about this is the travel medallion, so you can like fast travel anywhere. So you need to complete those initial quests with Josha and Robbie and unlock the auto build, which I did cover in one of my other videos. I'll link that here. But once you've done that, then Robbie will go back to the tech lab at the Hateno village. I have seen some people say that he hasn't like appeared for them there for this like quest, but I'm not sure if it's linked to like a specific time, like has to pass before he appears there. Like, you know, he has to like travel there, like it takes time or something. But if you do know specifically, then put that in the comments so we can help each other out. But it does to me seem like it's just like a time thing, like you've got to wait for him to travel. But essentially just by rocking up there and talking to him, he will give you the first sensor ability so you can detect the shrines of light. Same as that worked in Breath of the Wild, you just got to point towards them and you'll have to go and clear one that is underneath the lab, and then after that you'll be able to get the quest for the other upgrades. So the first one being like the Sensor Plus, which will allow you to essentially track anything via that sensor ability, and you just need to have taken photos of 5 monsters, which you may have already done, or you could just quickly go find some monsters and just quickly snap some quick pics of them and then run back and get the upgrade. They can be like awful pictures too, like it just has to trigger that it's like a photo of the thing. Like this photo of this boss that I took is awful, but anyway, it triggered the event, so then you can go back and get the sensor plus. After that, you can also get the hero's path ability, which will then allow you to track like on your map all of your hero's paths, which you've probably already completed, so you just really have to talk to him about it. Like if you've completed 15 shrines, then you can just get the hero's path upgrade immediately. So by the time you've probably got to this location, you may have already got it, so he should be able to give it straight to you. And then the last one, which is the really cool one, is the travel medallion. So this allows you to fast travel literally anywhere. So you can place like a fast travel medallion on the ground, and then you can go back to that location multiple times, like as often as you like. So if there's somewhere that say is like really hard to reach that you want to get to, or even like if you just, you know, like to travel to a particular spot, you can place this down. Now, initially you'll have to travel to the very like top northeast-ish of the map to Robbie's old lab up there and grab like the prototype version of the travel medallion from there. Once you've done that, you can bring that back to Robbie and you'll get a travel medallion. To unlock the extra 2 medallions, you need to complete all of the Skyview towers on the map itself. Once you have completed all of them, you'll have 3 travel medallions that you can then place anywhere you like. And if you do place it down and you want to pick it up again, you can just go into your inventory and then select collect, and you'll be able to pick them up, say if you want to move it to other locations. But these are really massive like quality of life changes if there's particular locations that you want to travel to really quickly. And you can also use it as a way to like place it down, say if you wanted to go back to like sell stuff at a shop or do something like that, but you don't want to lose where you are. You could just like pop one down, go back to where you wanted to go, sell stuff, like cook things, whatever you, and then go back to immediately where you were. So there's a lot of value in that as well. The last one we're going to talk about is a minor like spoilery thing, but if you have completed one of the temples, then that is like all you need to know in terms of spoilers. Like you've passed that spoiler point. I just wanted to give that sort of warning here just in case. So once you've completed one of the temples, you'll get your first like avatar of the sages, and you can actually upgrade these sages to make them like do more damage, and they're actually substantial upgrades. So in the Sky Isles, there are these things called Sage's Will, which you may find like they're usually in like hidden chests, like in the Sky Isles. There's so much stuff in the Sky Isles that's hidden around, by the way, but these chests are hard to come across, and I've only found like 4 or 5 of them, I think, but you will come across these hidden chests, and then you can take them back to like the prayer statues and upgrade one of your sage's avatars. So you have to pick which one you want to upgrade here, and I chose Tulin, and it increased his attack power, and it is actually a decent upgrade. Like I went and like fought some enemies, or I let Tulin fight some enemies, and it is a substantial increase. It seems like he attacks more often as well, like in terms of shooting his bow, and then the damage overall. Like I had Riju out at the same time, and you can sort of see the difference that she's doing a very small amount of health, and then Tulin is like absolutely shredding these mokoblins. So it is a worthwhile upgrade, especially for the amount of damage output that they can do by upgrading them. So I highly recommend you do that. But you can like either search where to find them online, or just like hunt around the Sky Isles, as they're pretty well hidden. Like some of them require you to do different puzzles as well to find them, or they're like underneath certain sky platforms, but there is plenty of them to find up in the Sky Isles. But let me know anything that you guys have come across in the comments down below. Thank you guys for watching this video till the end. Thank you to our members for supporting the channel. My name is NorZZa, and I hope you have a great day.